My name is Medford Polite Jr. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri at the City Hospital. My mother, Frida Wassum, she was pretty much a stay-at-home mom while we were little. Then over the years she started working in a hospital as an assistant to a nurse. My dad always worked in the box factory before he passed away. I served in the Vietnam War. I entered from March the 8th, 1965 to March the 7th, 1968. Well, I was young and I just didn't want to see what I could do, and I want to be a paratrooper like my brother was, so I joined the service. It was rough. It was not like it is now. I mean, we got cussed out and everything. Nobody whined because you were getting cussed out or anything. You either did it or you wound up on KP, which was kitchen police, and that wasn't very nice. But nope, made it through it fine. Yeah, my first days in the service was you go into barracks, the old barracks that still, some of them are still at Fort Wood, and it was pretty rough because right away you weren't get disciplined, and they start telling you, hey, you're a soldier now, you know, you get your you know what over here, and this is it, you know. So yeah, it was taking tests to see how smart you were or dumb you were, one or the other, because they usually try to put you in some kind of MOS, which is what you will be doing in the service when you're in the service. Well, when I first went in the service, I was an infantry at first, then I became a rigger, and a rigger was with the quartermaster corps, and we would supply troops with ammunition, food, water, whatever they need. We would fly in the planes, drop it in, and then jump in afterwards. It was to stop communism, at least that's what they were telling us at the time, and it was pretty rough over there. You could see how the communists was taking over, and they were brutal. They were really brutal, and we had a job to do, and we could have done it if it wasn't for the U.S. Congress keeping us from doing it. Yeah, I didn't see as much as some. I saw more than others. I really wasn't in a combat situation that often. No, I was one of the lucky ones. I never got injured. I knew guys who got injured. In fact, at Khe Sanh, I think a lieutenant and a PFC got killed in Khe Sanh because when it was landing, it got shot down, and it wound up, that was the first 2 people killed in our outfit. I guess getting there and leaving. But yeah, I remember going into Saigon, and yeah, everybody was nice to you. You were a GI from the United States, and we were there to help, and they appreciated us at the time. Well, I do have interesting stories, but I don't know if I could be able to tell you on this. Okay. But I got to see Bob Hope at the USO. I got to see Nancy Sinatra. I got to see some of you people may not know who these people are, but I got to see Phyllis Dillard. Got to see her, and we had our own bar there we built, and we had the Vietnamese people would come in and have bands, and they would sing songs, but when they sang songs, you wouldn't know they were from Vietnam because pretty much they sang it in English, but it was good. Yeah. Like this here is the ship we were on going over there. We just took some pictures. This one here, I was flying in a helicopter. You can see the machine gunner back in the back here. This was one of the barracks. Oh, by the way, we were right on the South China Sea, so we got to go swimming as often as we could, you know, so it was pretty nice. This one here, I was sitting in a half-track. It wasn't mine. It was one of the guys that was we were stationed with for a while. This was kind of messed up, but this was we were with some friends of mine. We were eating. I think this might have been around Christmas time. This here, we were training the Vietnamese troops over there to how to jump out of airplanes. You can see how little he is compared to how big I was at the time. But he was a full-grown man, believe it or not. Wow. He was, I think, 18, 19 years old, so they were small. That's why they would fit in those holes that you hear about. These guys here was my sergeants. This guy here was my sergeants over there. Real nice guys. We were happy this day because we got our papers, we were leaving. As you see, I was taking it easy there. These are two airborne companies I was with. This was the 82nd Airborne. This was with the 101st Airborne. When I was in Vietnam, I wasn't with a regular company. I was with the it was a division, and all you had was the U.S. Army. I had expert in automatic rifle. I was an airborne. That's my wings, and these are just different medals for the good conduct medal, National Defense Medal, Vietnamese National Defense Medal, medal for serving over in Vietnam. And this here again, I was standing next to an armored car. So yeah, that's about it. It was a good day. I remember going in and seeing all my friends, saying goodbye to them, and I knew some of them were going back to Vietnam. And other than that, it was a happy day. I stayed in touch with one of my buddies. He lives over in Findlay, Illinois, and we go to baseball games once in a while, at least one game a summer, you know. And I always was wondering where a lot of those guys are today, you know, how many's alive, how many's not, you know, with us no more and everything. But I think when you go into service, you get a lot of more discipline. You get a lot of discipline in the service. And to me, I think that's a lot of people miss that now because I see this not being used.
How would you like to see veterans be honored in our country?
Well, I know they're having problems at the VA with them. I think it's getting better, at least they say it's getting better. I just like to see the veterans more respect. I see a lot of people stomping on the flag. Excuse me. A lot of people died to let people disrespect our flag, you know, and especially I still think that the greatest war we ever had was World War II, where I had 3 uncles all fought in the war. They're all gone now, but I think that was the greatest generation. It just seems like I see a lot of young people just don't uncover for the national anthem when they have a hat on. I just like to see it better than that, more respect for our nation. And I hope you guys all get an A+. They teach. They were really good. I hope they get a good grade on it. But thank you very much. No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.